Everyone, my name is Destiny Washington, and this Pachachka will be about the play The Little Shop of Horrors. I was able to see this play at the University of Toledo Center for Performing Arts on April 8th, 2016, which was also opening night. This play was developed by the creators Alan Minkman and Howard Ashman, and it is considered to be a musical comedy. I perceive the central concept of this play to be the 1950s era flower shop. This play was actually created in the 1960s and is based on a struggling flower shop called Mushniks and the antics of the people who frequent the location. In a desperate attempt to save the business, Seymour, one of the main characters, grows an interesting plant that he affectionately names the Audrey II. As for costume design, I would describe it as 1950s diner style attire. The women wore poodle skirts, half shirts, and sequin dresses with big hair, while the men wore leather jackets. These designs added to the production concept of the play, occurring within the 1950s, and the characters' costume choices directly symbolize the personalities of their given characters. As for the set design, it was based off the 1950s, and most of the time it took place at the flower shop. It was neat, organized, and had an interesting appearance, and the stage pivoted in order to change venues. The extravagance of the set design added to the overall enjoyment of the play, and the director most likely had the set that way so that it could enhance the overall audience's experience. As for sound design, there was minor difficulties with the microphones during the first 15 minutes. I would say that the sound design both added and detracted from the experience of the play. It added because it provided cool effects during certain scenes, however it detracted because it was overused in my opinion. I believe that the play was directed this way because it is ultimately considered a musical. As far as the lighting, I was not a big fan. It was a bit dim in my opinion. It was, however, noticeably brighter during the flower shop scenes and darker during more suspenseful scenes. The dimmer lighting detracted from the experience of the play, and the director could have done this to set the scene, considering that the play has a dark undertone to it. As far as the acting goes, the actors were phenomenal and they really managed to become in sync with their characters. The best acting came from the Chiffon character, Ronette, and Seymour. As far as the singing, the voices were in tune, and the acting and singing definitely added to the play. Without it, the play would not have came out in the same manner. It was very well done. The character that stood out to me the most would be Seymour, which was played by Nolan Thomaswick. The reason why would be because I could clearly see the character's emotions. He successfully showed anger, stress, sadness, and happiness throughout the entire play. He didn't overdo it, and it seemed to be done in just the right amounts. He also successfully played the part of being a meek individual searching for love. As far as the strengths of the production, I believe that it was very well coordinated with the dancing and singing, and the stage was very detailed. There were also interesting props. However, the weakness would be the lighting issues, mic issues, too much singing, and then too much going on in the corners of the stage. For example, the Audrey II was in the corner, and then the stoop scenes were in the corner. The directing, which was done by Edward B. Lincoln, was very crisp, and I could tell that it was a well-rehearsed production. Everything in the play ran smoothly, and it was clear as to why every detail was the way it was and why things were happening the way they did. Overall, it was a very well put together production, and the directing greatly benefited the play. It was clear that the rehearsals were taken seriously. In conclusion, I believe that the production concept was effectively realized. Through the costumes and set design, it was clear that this play took place near the 1950s era. This production was definitely a worthwhile concept. It was intriguing and kept the audience engaged. Based on the factors mentioned within this presentation, I would give this play 4 out of 5 stars. It is definitely a must-see.